Yo, what's up, everybody? Rolling, we rolling, we strolling. We down in the ghetto. We are in the ghetto, baby. Yes, we are. We are in the ghetto. Down here, everything got bars on it. Everything got bars on the windows. It's crazy down here, man. Oh man, it's crazy. This is crazy down here. Man, these motherfuckers down here don't give no don't that don't that a damn. So how's everybody doing this fine Wednesday afternoon? I said I'm slowly creeping down the street. It's rough down here, boy. I can tell this is rough down here. You see, everything down here is chained down, boarded up. It's all boarded down, boarded up. You got all types of craziness going on. Got this damn truck sitting in the middle of the damn road. Don't you walk out in front of me, simple man. Alright. Boy, it's bad down here, man. What's that? Hey, hey, hey. Oh, they got the street closed off. Man, it's reckless down. Crazy reckless. Alright. I gotta turn the air conditioner up a little bit. It's a little hot down here. Alright, it looks like this is like a little bit nicer of a neighborhood. It's probably dark up here during the day. Yeah, this is a nicer neighborhood here. You got nice cars. They trying around here. Sidewalks are busted up a little bit, but yeah, they had me in the projects, man. They had me down in the projects. Had me in the projects. I knew when they told me, oh, the maintenance guy will be there in a minute. He came about 20 minutes later. Rolled up in a old golf cart. He had music. He had old R&B playing. He was chill. He was cool though. He was alright. Yeah, man. He was cool. But yeah, I'm down here in Wilmington. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I gotta take a leak. That's what I need to do. How's everybody doing? we're chilling on this Wednesday. Yo. We're kicking back. We got one more job to do. We got about an hour and a half, 40-minute drive. I could stay on here and just talk to you guys for the duration of my ride. Can I get some thumbs ups? Can everybody that's in here right now just give me a like? Just say thumbs up. Just give me a little like or give me a comment. I appreciate each and every one of you. Which way do I want to go here? I want to go this way. No, man, you're crazy. I ain't on nothing. Ain't on nothing. I don't mess with that stuff. That's them reckless mothers. I don't mess with those pills, man. I don't mess with them. Driving home, man. Got me hemmed up here in Wilmington. Holding like I'm getting held up. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to get out of Wilmington. I'm going back to PA. Back to PA. I always hated going like, you know, when you go to other cities and other states and you get down in the grit, you get down in the grit where you shouldn't be. And you try to get out of there, it's always so rough. It's always so hard to understand their traffic patterns. Because their traffic patterns are just completely different here. I almost feel like I'm in Philly. But it's like, it's different here, like how the towns, the little town I was in there, when I was down at the I was down like where the projects were, but I felt like only 2 blocks away and it was like the suburbs. So it was different. It was just different seeing towns set up different like that. Like I've been to a couple different states, and you go downtown in some of those, and they're all different. Like, you know, they're all cities, but at the same time, like, they're completely different. Like downtown cities. What's going on, everybody? But yeah, all the cities are like different, just different layouts. Like, you know, Harrisburg is mostly like just city. A bunch of cities all together, little what do they call those, like little boroughs? Lancaster's the same. You got the outskirts. You got the outskirts. You got the inner city. But like here it was weird because it seemed like it was like inner city and then just all of a sudden it was the suburbs. Like I turned one street, I turned and it was like suburbs. Like you could just tell the difference in the quality of the homes and stuff. It was just, but then you drove a little bit more and it was like fields. It's like the city's just growing out. I guess just, yeah, the city's just growing out more. Kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm confused by the design of these roads. They just got them kind of stretched out weird. Yeah, they're stretched out all types of. They're stretched out all types of weird. Just the way that they have the road infrastructure is just crazy. But then again, it's because I'm not used to it here. Like I'm used to our traffic patterns, and our traffic is ridiculous. It's not even like it's bad. It's just sometimes I wonder about the people that engineered the way traffic flows. I think they need to come up to the times, because a lot of it is that people don't understand. You know, that was built for a certain amount of people in the area, and every year the population grows. So the road, you need, extra lanes. You don't have extra lanes, and you get that bottleneck effect going on, and everyone's all jammed up. Don't look like that here though. Like everything's really empty. So I guess they have their traffic figured out, maybe. Or just roads everywhere though. That's the crazy thing here. It just seems like there's roads going in every angle. Is that me? Is that just how it is here? Excuse me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't understand what's going on with the way traffic is set up here in Delaware. I know it don't take long to get out of here. Don't take long to get out of Delaware. No, it's not that big of a state. But I still got that long drive. Still got that long drive. Trying to take the back roads. I don't want anything to do with the highway. Center. Alright, anyway, check it out. About to finish up this Dougie. Make sure you get it. Watermelon lemonade flavor. Hydration. When water's just not enough, go down to W Energy. That's DUBBY.GG. product is Eric 77. Get yourself a hookup of a 10% discount. The holiday is coming up. I'm sure they're going to throw another 30% discount down. So make sure you keep an ear out, because I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to hook you guys up as soon as that new coupon code comes out. Know when there's a higher discount. Last month they did a 30% discount for listeners. So we'll see if they do that again this weekend. They usually do like a 72-hour. Let me get that glare going. They usually do like a 72-hour sale. Usually it's like 30% off. So I'll let you guys know when that comes out. That way you guys want to try. I'm not saying you have to try, but if you want to give it a try, at least save a little bit of money when you try it. I'd rather see that. I'd rather see you guys get it for a bit of a discount. I'm looking out for y'all on that. If you want, try it out. At least get the sample pack. Y'all are dumb. Stupid. I love it. Love it. Got y'all fascist little keyboard cowboys out there running your mouths. You don't run your mouths in front of a motherfucker though. Guaranteed that. Keep your mouth shut. Learn to come correct when you're coming at an adult, bitch. Talking that lip shit. Talking that lip shit. Oh man. So what were we talking about earlier? Oh, I went and stopped at McDonald's, that's right. I was talking about the texture of the hash brown at McDonald's. That thing was floppy. Crazy floppy. Crazy floppy. Oh, here y'all go. Look out. Do I have any combat sports fans, boxing, MMA, slap, anything like that? Do I have any fans in here? Anybody want to discuss any of these upcoming cards that are coming out? I would love to let everyone know what my picks are for these fights that are coming up. There's some big fights coming up. There's some big UFC fights coming up. Big championship, big cards. The England cards coming up. I believe that's at Wembley Stadium. They have Newark, New Jersey for UFC for UFC 303. 302. Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. I think Poirier is going to pull this victory out on Islam. I think Islam is underestimating Poirier. I think Poirier, ever since, and I talk about this, everyone that fought Khabib when Khabib was on his run, minus Conor McGregor, everyone that fought Khabib came out and became a better fighter. They came out to do bigger things, to do super thing. Like, whoever thought that Dustin Poirier was going to smoke Conor McGregor like he did in that first fight? I mean, his hands are ridiculous. Dustin Poirier got hands like a boxer. I think he would have been the one to sleep Nate Diaz, to be honest with you. I think if Nate would have fought Dustin, I think Dustin would have slept him. Now, do I think... I can tell you right now, someone's going to sleep in that Masvidal-Diaz fight. Someone's going to sleep. Someone's going to sleep. They might go to decision, but someone's going to sleep in that fight. Back to UFC 203. Wait, hold up. Hold up now. There's so many big fights with crazy implements that I want to discuss. I want to bring up I think I'm only going to talk about the main cards because, I mean, I'm only going to talk about the fights that they have. It's 302. It's 302. Okay. So you have in the main event, you have Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. You know, I already said I got Dustin Poirier in that fight. I feel like Dustin's the one that's going to finally do it. I think Makhachev was too worried about getting ready for Volkanovski. Volkanovski being the smaller fighter now is fighting, and they're fighting at 155. Now, that's another problem for Poirier because Poirier's been fighting at 170. So, I don't know what he fought. Let me go back to 300. I don't know if he fought Gaethje. I think they fought Gaethje at light heavyweight. Like, for real, I think he fought Gaethje at light heavyweight when they fought for the BMF. Now, Dustin came off that fight against St. Denis, beating St. Denis, and showing everybody that, yo, I still got it. You guys tried to sell me out, and now I'm coming back. Hey, listen, he knocked out McGregor. That's saying a lot. McGregor got a pretty big chin, got a pretty hard chin. He wasn't touched. He hasn't been touched. Now, what's going to happen when he fight? I don't know, man. Like, he's getting in there with. Where we're gonna talk about that Michael Chandler fight, but we're not going to talk about it right now. We're going to go back to this card. Like I said, I got Poirier in the main event. The co-main event, you have Sean Strickland. Against Paulo Acosta. Now, is Acosta going to make the fight? He's got 1 week left. Is he going to pull out? Let's hope not. I don't want to know who the backup fighter is for that fight. I want to see that fight. That's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a banger. I think Strickland's going to piece Acosta up. I think if Acosta loses this fight, he's done. I think he's toast after this one. You know. got Kevin Holland and I can't even pronounce it. Mikel Obletsagoosh. I can't even say his name. It's crazy. Holland's got to win this fight. Holland's got to win that fight. That's what I got on those fights there. Then you got your fight night coming up. Then after that, you got another fight night, right? You got a third fight night. And this one's crazy. This one's really crazy because you have Robert Whittaker, who's on a terror right now, taking on Khamzat Chimaev, who is on a tear himself with 13-0, just coming off a fight beating Kamaru Usman. You know, he jumped and they canceled the fight. Usman came in at 185 for the co-main. They went 3 rounds to a draw. You know, Whittaker's just coming off beating Acosta. That fight, I did call that fight between Acosta and Strickland, said this fight needs to happen. So you got Whittaker and Chimaev, which again, I think Chimaev's going to come out and I think he's going to try to take Whittaker down, and I don't know how that's going to fare for him. Then we have Sergey Pakovich against Alexander Volkov. Both of those men need a win in this fight. Not so much Pakovich, because Pakovich got completely destroyed by Tom Aspinall. And Volkov needs this win to come back into title contention. Calvin Gastelum versus Daniel Rodriguez. Another banger. That should be a good fight. See if Calvin can keep the streak going. And then we have Shapukadid against Parado Paterio. So you got another Magomedov. Magomedov is going to win that. I already see Magomedov winning that fight. So that's a rough card there. It's going to be a bang card. Then you're rolling right into Michael Chandler against Conor McGregor. What's going to happen there? I'll tell you what. And the backup fighter for that is Charles Oliveira. Insanity. That's just crazy that Charles Oliveira is the backup fighter. If Michael Chandler, which I don't see Michael Chandler pulling out of this fight, I see more McGregor be pulling out of this fight. Charles Oliveira against Conor McGregor is terrible for McGregor. I still think that if Chandler wants to come out and just take McGregor down, it's over. It's done. He's gonna keep it. He's gonna wear him out. He's gonna change levels on him, and McGregor's gonna get taken down. If they stand and bang, there is a chance that we're gonna see Michael Chandler getting smoked, because we all know that left hand of Conor McGregor is a pig. He's got one setup for that punch, and it always lands. And everyone knows that setup, and they always get got. Then we got Jamal Hill coming off of that loss from Alex Pereira, who completely starched Jamal Hill, taking on Khalil Roundtree. That should be a phenomenal fight. And, you know, Jamal does got it. He definitely has it, but Khalil's on a run. So let's see what happens there. You keep jumping on in these fights, and there's so many big fights that are coming up this year. We're jumping all the way ahead to July 27th. July 27th. I think it's at Wembley Stadium, to be honest with you. You have Leon Edwards against Muhammad. Bella Muhammad. I don't even want to pick a winner in that fight. It's going to be a contest. That's going to be a contest. Neither of the guys are going to have ill like feelings toward each other. It's just going to be a contest. It's going to be a great contest. Then we have in the heavyweight division, whether or not this is for the interim title, we have Tom Aspinall against Curtis Blades. That is going to be an interesting fight. Either way it goes. Bobby Green's taking on Paddy Pimblett. That's another one of those fights that Paddy might have bit off a little bit more he could chew, more than he could chew on this fight. Bobby Green could sleep Paddy, but I think Paddy's going to take him down and try to impose his will on him. And it looks like there's another fight night after that. Sam Hagen versus Omar Nurmagomedov. That's the only fight right now that they have scheduled for that. So we're all the way up into August right now with scheduled UFC contests. And I feel like it's just another good year of fighting in the UFC. Great contests, great cards in general. I'm happy to be a UFC fan. Then we can talk about all the other fights that are going on. It looks like I see Chael Sonnen could possibly be jumping in for a boxing match, and I don't know exactly who he would be fighting, and I don't know if Chael Sonnen's going to do very well in a boxing match, but I did see Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. Now, I don't know how true that is. That I seen him against someone else, and I can't remember who it was. They still didn't announce a fight for MVP. Whether or not, I don't see why they would not put him on the England card. Yeah, Wonder Boy against MVP would be such a good battle. Then we have jump into boxing. Like I said, we have the I believe it's June 6th. Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. Who knows what's going to happen there? They're both going to go out there and they're going to bang. They're going to go out there and they're going to bang. They're going to play, and it's boxing. Last time they fought, and I think the last couple fights that Nate had, I think everyone realized that attacking the legs is gonna change the complexion of the fight and the way he maneuvers. Now, if Masvidal knocks out Nate Diaz, if he puts him to sleep, I feel like that opens up the door for a fight with Jake Paul. If Jake Paul survives July 20th, because honestly, Jake Paul wasn't able to knock Nate out, and Nate's not a boxer. Nate's not a boxer. Yes, he's trained in boxing, but he's not a full-time boxer. Masvidal's a full-time. I'm not even 100% sure that he's a full-time boxer or what he's been doing. I mean, it's to be seen. Let's see what happens. Right? So, is there a PNC in there? Pretzel Factory, Metro. I was hoping to find a GNC over this way, but I don't see one. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be, regardless, it's going to be such a great summer. You know, July 20th, my birthday. I get to watch Mike fight again. Like, can't ask for much more on my birthday. Well, I can, but I'm not going to talk. To see Mike Tyson fight on my birthday, to see Mike Tyson lose on my birthday, it's not going to be a happy day for me. But, you know, I don't think, you can't, at the same time, you can't compare what happened to Evander Holyfield when he fought Vitor, because Vitor is a whole nother person. You see, Jake Paul didn't want anything to do with Vitor Belfort. Really think Jake Paul is going to do that to Mike Tyson? Do you compare Vitor Belfort to Jake Paul? Is Jake Paul old? Listen, his last fight, he fought a padded fighter. What do they call those guys? Soup cans? Is that it? Is that what it is? Soup cans? His last fight, the Campbell's fight, he fought a soup can. Those guys are there for one thing, and it's to pad people's careers, pad people's records. Jake Paul was stupid for jumping into that fight with Tommy Fury, knowing full well what was going to happen. Now, Tommy Fury he wasn't fighting like a boxer. Mike Tyson is fighting like a boxer. He's not been in the ring with a boxer. The closest thing was Tommy Fury. Yes, Mike Tyson is in his 50s, late 50s. He's going to be 58 when they fight. But we're not talking about Evander Holyfield. We're not talking about Anderson Silva. We're not talking about Nate Diaz. We're talking about the baddest man on the planet. You're talking about a man that can just flip that switch. And you guys are going to keep saying, he's 58, he's 58, he's 58. Is that 58-year-old man doing everything necessary? If he's doing everything necessary to win this fight, Jake Paul, it's over. It's donezo. Book closed. If he's doing everything to prepare for this fight, Jake Paul put on 50 pounds for this fight. Even if he didn't, he put on 30 pounds. He's bigger than I've ever seen him before. You don't think that's going to wear on his abilities in the ring? You don't think that that's going to wear on his stamina? And you've never been in a ring before. You've never been in a ring before. Putting on that weight You're cutting out on your cardio. You're not doing cardio. You need to hold that weight on. His body's not used to that much weight, so it's trying to burn it off. So guess what? He has to lack on cardio. You can work on the punching power all you want to. It takes a lot more than a year to build your punching power up. You're knocking out guys that are under 100, 200 pounds. Guys that had to lose a bunch of weight. When you lose a bunch of weight, you lose your chin. You all know that. When you gain weight, you'll lose your stamina. There's levels to this. There's levels to each and every part of boxing in general. Tyson holds that weight. He's always a heavyweight. It's crazy because the guy's 5'10". He's 200. Was he like probably 220 pounds, maybe 230? He's holding that weight. He doesn't got to drop much. Is it going to hurt his chin? Why not? He still has the power. It's still there. The power doesn't go away. It doesn't go away for a long time. And he's still at that point where he can still move like a... He can still move like a boxer. Yes, it's a little slower. But, like I said, you know, if Jake had more time in, maybe I would lean towards him a little bit more. But he doesn't have the time in. He doesn't have the time in. And then he compares himself to Buster Douglas. No, you're not Buster Douglas. You're not 6'6", number one. You don't have the build. You don't have the strength. And Evander Holyfield just did an interview, I want to say a week or two ago, about how to beat Mike Tyson, how to get in on Mike Tyson, how to smother him. The problem is, he's got to get in close to do that. Because I don't know the reach difference in the two gentlemen. I don't know the reach difference. I don't know. I didn't look at that. I have to look at that. But to get in and tie up, I think that's going to be where, if he can, and at the same time, if they're going to tie up, they're both going to get tired. Jake's going to get tired quick. Tyson knows when to throw those quick punches in on the quick release, on the breaks, on the lockups, before the lockup, during the lockup. There's certain times where you can throw punches, and he knows the ins and outs. Jake's still learning. It doesn't look good. The odds just don't favor Jake Paul in this fight. I don't, the 2-minute rounds could be a big thing also. And I think that's gonna be another play in it, of it possibly coming to a decision, which I don't know if the rules or how they're being implemented as far as decision. Does there have to be a knockout for a winner? And they haven't really talked about that You know, they bunched the bigger gloves, shorter rounds, and bigger gloves are going to make the guys tired quicker. Shorter rounds, you got to get in there and get out. You don't have time to study your opponent. 8 rounds, or is it 10 rounds? I don't know. It's probably 8 rounds, 8 2-minute rounds. That's completely crazy, to be honest with you. The 2-minute round thing is really crazy to me, anyway. But it's gonna make things a little different as far as the way the fight goes in general. Both guys are going to tire out. We already know that. Tyson's older. He is going to get tired. Paul is a lot heavier than what he's normally fighting at. Is he going to put on a bunch of weight and then drop down to where he needs to be? I don't know. Is he slacking off on the stamina area? Is he slacking off on the cardio? I'm saying yes, because his body's not used to carrying all that extra weight, and he's got to eat the high carbs. He's got to eat the slow carbs, the slow burning carbs. But if he could be eating fast burning carbs too. I don't know. I don't know what his diet's looking like. I just hope he's not eating the wrong things, because that's really going to tax on him in the fight. What's Tyson's diet like? What's he doing to change it? Is he getting a lot of oils? Is he doing workouts that don't stress on his joints? There's so many variables in for this fight that, you know, one little thing could change the outcome. It's crazy. You know, the diets, the cardio. There's so many small variables that can change the entire outcome of this match and the outlook itself of the match. But hopefully we're all entertained and it's a good fight. We know that the best man's going to win. I want to know what happens when they go to a decision. If they have to go to a decision, I want to know exactly what's going to happen. Really interested in that. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here, guys. I've been on here for a good bit. Almost an hour. I appreciate everybody. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping in. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even come in here. Even the guy, you know, I don't mind that you guys come in here and talk madness. It's all good. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. You guys can have fun with whatever. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I'd like to get a couple more likes, a couple more subscribers. But I'll continue to make videos if you guys continue to watch. Haters, no haters. Either way. But yeah. Hope you guys have a good one and talk to you later. Peace out.